Roll it. Hi, Captain Dan here at Fagan's Lunch, Anacapa Island. And when you look at your chart, you're not going to see Fagan's Lunch because it's not listed there. Fagan's Lunch is named for Brian Fagan, the guy who wrote the definitive cruising guide for this area. And in the front of that guide, he dedicates it to the surveyors of the 18th and 19th century who mapped this place out the first time. So we'd like you all to get on board with us, and whenever you get a chance to talk to the cartographers at NOAA, this is Fagan's Lunch. We're just below the lighthouse on the south side of the island, anchored about 40 feet of water. As you can see behind me, there's a little bit of wave action, but on the other side, the waves are running 5 to 8 feet, and the wind is up to 40 knots. Right now, it's a little less than 10 in here. So I'm going to show you around, give you a little guided tour of Fagan's Lunch, and we hope to see you out here next time. We're off on East Island, right at the exclamation point that marks the lighthouse. And we've got our hook down right about the F in that flashing tube on the lighthouse indicator. And we're in pretty close here and a little bit farther to the east than normal. It's possible, very easy in fact, to get in unnervingly close. There's been a time or two when I've had to up anchor and go just a little bit farther out to be comfortable. We generally approach the island from the east, going around Arch Rock and staying well clear of the pinnacle. There's some rocks at datum right there, so give it a quarter of a mile on the east end. The bottom is sand and shells there. However, we have picked up the occasional large rock. So here's a view looking west towards East Fish Camp and panning down the island. This is a comfortable distance out to anchor. This puts you in something over 40 feet. If you find your anchor clunks onto the bottom at 30-ish, you're probably in too tight. One of the good pieces of news here, there's no lee shore. And by the way, if you can't see the lighthouse at all, you're too close. Now, this is a great place to bring visiting dignitaries. It's a spectacular spot. It's probably 2 hours from Oxnard's Channel Islands, and you get to sit right in the lee of Arch Rock. And speaking of lee shore, the closest one's going to be Malibu. Not a bad place to end up. And one last note, this can be a great place to kayak. It can be placid, and it can be a lot of fun, particularly in the spring when the baby sea lions are out. If you have any questions, give me a call at 805-750-7828 or look us up on the web at sailchannelislands.com. Cut!